Hello everyone, it is Mel here from See Do Feel. I hope that you are all well and I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Woo! May your 2026 be filled with lots of love and laughter, health and happiness, and some patience and the ability to deal with anything that's maybe not so good. I'm sorry that I haven't posted any videos in a while, but I am back. It is a new year and I am super excited to make lots of new videos and to share some of my adventures with you. Now, there is something about a new year that makes a lot of us reflect on the previous year. So my first video for this year is going to be a 2025 reflections video based on See Do Feel, this channel and the idea behind it. Okay, so let's think back to 2025. It wasn't that long ago. I launched See Do Feel, I launched the YouTube channel and I filmed my first adventure and I edited those videos. And the first place that I went to was Budapest. I was there for 7 days. I had an absolutely fabulous time. I learned a lot from that experience. I didn't really know what I was doing, but to be honest, I was really quite proud of those videos. Yeah, lots learned. And even though that they were quite a while ago now, I think it's about 6 months ago, I still are getting quite a lot of views. I mean, look, not massive amounts of views, but there's been a kind of surge recently and I find that amazing. But also, I've just loved reading your comments. There have been so many nice comments where people have shared little bits of information, some handy travel tips, a little bit of their thoughts. So that's just been really nice. And yeah, just thanks to all my subscribers that have stuck with me, even though I haven't posted anything in a while. And thank you to all of those of you that have commented. It's really nice. It's a really lovely feeling. And then, yeah, when I was editing those videos, I also learnt a lot about if I'm going to do this in the long term, it needs to be sustainable. So there were some things that I thought I needed to change. So with that in mind, I then booked my next trip, which was going to be to Albania. And I was so excited for this trip. And I did actually go there. Oh my gosh, Albania is such a cool country. The scenery was incredible. The culture was incredible. The food was lovely. Oh my gosh. And I met so many nice people, travellers also. And there's an Australian lady that I met. Hello, Joe, if you're watching. But also the Albanians themselves. Literally every time I turned up at a hostel, I would end up talking to the host, to the owner or the manager for like hours before I even checked in. Yeah, just so many really friendly, happy people. It was an amazing country and I can't wait to go back. And I did actually film when I was there, but when I got back from Albania, I realised that I was travelling so quickly, moving on to the next place all the time, because I'd already planned a lot of my travel and I'd already booked hostels and things like that. So I knew that I couldn't travel this fast, but also, like I said, I was talking to the people for ages. So actually I kind of ran out of time to actually do the things that I wanted to do. But it was, again, a trip that taught me a lot about the way in which I want to travel in the future. Right, sorry, I've just got to get my bags on. Okay, let's go. I did try and make some videos from the Albania footage, but yeah, it was just too bitty. It didn't really have like a story, and I tried for weeks and weeks, but it just wasn't happening. And also at that time, my health, I had a couple of health things go on and a few other changes in my life. So it was kind of the perfect time to stop worrying about the videos and concentrate on feeling better. So I did loads of actions and changed loads of things to try and help my health. So I went to see a doctor, I paid for private care, I joined a gym, started doing some cardio, started running again on the treadmill, swimming. I also started doing Pilates classes and Tai Chi. I took a food intolerance test and cut out all my intolerances, which was an absolute nightmare because I was intolerant to all the things that I normally eat. I was intolerant to eggs, which was a real shocker. Chicken, which is pretty much the only meat that I will cook anyway, and wheat and yeast, so no sandwiches, no alcohol, lettuce, which was a bit of a random one, and then cow dairy, which I was kind of suspicious of anyway. I thought that would be one. But yeah, so I radically had to change my diet, and even the nutritionist that I spoke to was like, you are just really unlucky with those intolerances, because a lot of the food that includes those ingredients, normally you'd swap them with something else, but a lot of the swaps were the things that I was also intolerant to. But I managed to do it, 12 weeks of not having any of those foods, and I've just recently started introducing them, and over Christmas I was terrible, I just ate everything. Anyway, so yeah, the food intolerances, and I also quit vaping as well. So I did loads of actions that would help, if not the particular health stuff, just make me generally healthier in general. And I also went camping for a month, and only in the local area, and I was in a little tent, and sorry about that, the train just got really loud, and I was trying to find a seat, and then I accidentally stopped recording as well. Anyway, so I went camping, and I was there for a month. My sister was actually there as well, in a separate tent, and it was a great reset for my brain, really good for my mental health, because I was just constantly in nature, in the elements. It was really nice and sunny for most of it, but it also did rain a little bit towards the end. It was pretty windy. One day my tent blew away. Actually, it was the first night. I just left and the tent blew up and went into another field. There was a farm with lots of animals, and yeah, just reconnecting with nature and really slowing my brain down and focusing on all those health changes that I had made. So, all those things that I did were really beneficial, and they certainly did help. Didn't completely cure me, but definitely I felt better. And the main thing is, I was a little bit worried before that I wouldn't be able to travel, because this health stuff was affecting my ability to move. So with me feeling so much better, I then decided to book my next trip, which was to Laos. Now, the reason that I chose to go to Laos is because it is one of my favourite countries of the world. I have been there in 2011 and 2013, and I'd not gone back because I was a little bit worried that it would have changed so much, because it was not an easy experience to travel there, and I didn't want to ruin those lovely memories that I had. But I did go to Laos. I had an incredible time, and although some places have changed, it's not been so dramatic, and there are a lot of places that I went to which actually are pretty much the same as I remember, or even less tourists. Yeah, that was quite a shock, because I thought that, well, they told me that after COVID, they've just really suffered from not having that many tourists come. One of the reasons for that is that there is a relatively new train line that connects China to Thailand going through Laos, and that has made it so much easier to travel in Laos, particularly if you want to stop off at one of the stations along that train line, which one of them is Vientiane, the capital. There's Vang Vieng, which is very popular, and also Luang Prabang, which is kind of known as the cultural capital of Laos. But if you go off of this train line, you will be treated to some of the most amazing scenery, and the hospitality of the people is incredible, and I had such an amazing time over there. Yeah, I just can't recommend it enough. It is such an understated country to go and visit. I did do some filming while I was there, and I was working really hard on the videos. I was back on track, and then about halfway through my trip, when I started going to some of these places that were really suffering from low tourist numbers, I started really thinking about what was I making, what type of videos did I want to make, what type of things did I want to share with people, and I started thinking about if I could help some of the people that I'd met that live and work in some of these places. So then I just kind of thought I'd put the videos on pause for a little while. And also at the same time, I met someone that was traveling in the same route as me, and we hung out for a while. And I didn't realize at the time, but I think I just really needed to have some type of connection, because looking back on the last couple of years, I really haven't had much of a social life. I haven't really seen friends that much because I've had to be dealing with other stuff. And this is not a boo-hoo me type of thing, but just to be less stressed, I had to limit my contact with other people, and I hadn't realised how much I'd missed that connection. I didn't realise how important connection was to me. And so I decided not to post any of the videos that I've been working on because I wanted some time to think about the impact that the videos could have. I mean, no one's really watching my videos at the moment, but in the future they might do. As is what's happened with the Budapest series. Like, again, it's not that many people, but it is a lot more than when I first put them on. So I wanted to think about how to do this, what to include, and try. I mean, I'm not going to be perfect. I'm sure there are going to be things that could be misinterpreted, or that people will disagree about, but I want to be mindful in the content that I'm going to put out there. And yeah, I needed to rethink about that. And then after my amazing trip in Laos, I then headed back to the UK to have Christmas and New Year's with my family. And we had such a lovely time. Well done to the chef for making all that wonderful food. Yeah, it was a really nice chilled day. Everyone was very well behaved. We didn't watch any TV, we just talked and played games, and it was just such a wonderful time. And then on New Year's Eve, I was in bed by 10. But anyway, so that was a really nice time also. But I knew that I needed to get back on doing these videos. So I've done some thinking, and I've thought about what's important, which is to live a simple life. I'm quite a minimalist. I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, to live in a simple way with less objects, less clutter in my mind, to connect with nature as much as possible, or as often as possible, and to connect with people as well. Keep doing that, keep learning from people, keep being interested about their life. I need to travel slower and think about the things that I'm going to put out there on the internet. So 2025 was all about changes, challenges, and learning lots about what I want to do with See-Do Feel. Thank you. And also about learning a lot about myself as well. Thank you, bye. And 2026 is going to be all about some new adventures, actually making more videos, not worrying too much, just getting them out there and sharing my adventures. And if you hadn't already guessed, I have already started a new adventure now. But do you know where I am? Did you guess it yet? I am in Bangkok, Thailand. I've been trying to find a sign that said Bangkok, and I literally couldn't find one. Even in the airport I couldn't find one. I could not find a sign that said Bangkok, but I am here, although this is not my final destination, or rather the first destination for this new adventure. But I did just want to say that whenever I come to Thailand, pretty much as soon as I get off the plane and I start hearing the Thai voices, the language, and I start seeing the smiles. I mean, it's known to be, what's it called? Land of Thousand Smiles? No, Land of Smiles, I think it is. And yeah, just seeing the people, they're so happy, so friendly, and yeah, it's such a beautiful place here, and the food is so good. I just had some chicken and rice. Anyway, I am here, and this is the new start of a exciting new chapter and exciting new series on Sea-Doo Feel. Oh, there's a little squirrel. Gosh, my literally got a brain like a sieve. Oh, I meant to say as well, thanks for subscribing. I just got another subscriber yesterday, which is totally bonkers. Thank you everyone for subscribing. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Please like this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.